Jamie.
Hi.
Welcome and lovely to speak to you today. We're going to have a chat about your experience in the Happy Without Histamine method.
Okay.
So, to start with, can you let everyone know where you were at before you started?
Yes. So, in the summertime, I I tried all these different diets and nothing was helping. And so I finally got suggested to do the Lions diet, which is just meat and salt. So I did that. So I went down to just that, and then I was trying to work my way back up. And when I came into the program, I only had 20 foods, which includes salt, olive oil, like basic things. And even those were hurting my stomach. So I was just at a loss. I was panicking because I was afraid that I was going to lose the items that I worked so hard to get back. And I didn't have enough to lose. So that's where I was at. I was beginning to panic. I was losing food that I just worked so hard to move back in, and I had no idea where to turn and what to do.
Mm. And what sort of symptoms were you experiencing before you started the program?
Nausea, bloating, diarrhea every day. I travel for a living. I work all the time, so that's a really big problem. Just trying to live a normal life and pretend like you feel good when you don't in meetings and such. But um, that I had a little bit of dizziness still, um, fainting.
Yeah,
I had low energy. Low energy was a huge problem.
yeah.
That was a huge problem. I had lots of bouts where I just collapsed and I couldn't continue the day.
Yeah, that's how you called them, like exhaustion.
Yeah. Yep. I would
Yeah.
just it would just hit me and I'm just like, I'm done. I'm sorry. I can't continue. I have to leave right now. There's sometimes when I couldn't even get out of my car to go pick up my son. I had to call the daycare provider and say, can you send him out? Because I'm a single parent, like for 9 months out of the year. So I just had to call and be like, send him outside because I can't even walk inside. I think I'll faint if I walk in.
Mm,
So
mm.
then they would send him out and we'd make it home. Luckily, I only live a couple blocks from my office. So but it was rough.
Yeah, yeah, it sounds it. Yeah, you never know sort of when that's going to happen.
Yeah. Well, and then
Yeah.
you're afraid to drive too far because you don't know when it's going to happen, when
Mm,
that's going to hit you and what's causing it. And that's when you start thinking about what you ate, what could have caused that. And you spiral.
mm. And so by the time you've finished the program now, after just a few months,
Mhm.
what sort of tangible changes have you seen?
I have been amazed at the things I've learned and how I feel now. I never expected it to happen this quickly. I don't have any more bouts of exhaustion. If I do, I know what has caused it, and it's because I was stressing too much. So it has nothing to do with the food I was eating. Um, I don't have any more diarrhea anymore. I feel great. I mean, I feel better than I have in probably at least 10 years. I
Wow.
mean, I wake up every day, I'm happy to be alive and excited for my day, which is really something because I've been through some really bad depression. So to feel like that, I'm going to cry. To feel like that is amazing because I didn't think that was possible.
That's really good.
Yeah.
And were there any other benefits to the program that you experienced that you really didn't expect?
I didn't expect all of um the mental part, like learning about mental health. I didn't expect that. I came here because I wanted to eat more food. And that's basically that was really my goal. I mean, I hoped to be happy one day, but that I didn't think had anything to do with the program. And that has been the biggest blessing of everything. I mean, that's better than anything else you could have taught me.
Mm. And how did you
So-
find that part of the program? How did you find the brain retraining, the nervous system work, the MAP, rapid rewire?
The MAP session, I had a few private sessions for the MAP and it helped so much. Before the program started, I would sit at home, and I was so stressed
Mm.
and I couldn't relax. So, I mean, it has partly to do with some of the trauma I've had with my kids, and it just was a stressful environment, and even my kids are better for it. Like, so I started walking in the morning because of the program, and now my daughter walks with me. She also has some health issues, and it has totally changed her demeanor, completely changed her demeanor, which as a parent completely changes how I feel. Because if you have a kid that's constantly crying, I mean, it's really hard to relax when they're constantly negative and crying around you. And it's completely changed the way she thinks of life, and she's happy, and it makes me feel better. So it's like, it's amazing. The whole house is happier. It's amazing. And she hasn't even done the brain retraining.
Yeah.
I have, but I think because I'm happier, my kids are happier. So it's amazing what it has done.
Yeah. When mum is happier, everybody's happier. And if you have a well-regulated nervous system, then your kids do too. And it's so great.
And the other thing is I am a control freak. I want to control every part of my life. And going through the program, I've had to relinquish some control to my husband, which is good. Because I'm trying to get my health better. So I'm prioritizing my health. I'm doing these classes. So it has forced me to think about myself and my health and improve that part of my life. And he's done great. He's capable. I just have to let him help. So that has been a huge blessing that I didn't anticipate happening, but it was great. I think it's good overall because then he knows how to handle the house. I know I can count on him to do those things.
Yeah, wonderful. That's really, really good. And so if you hadn't started the program when you did, where do you think you'd be now?
I would have decreased the amount of foods I can eat because that's where I was headed. So I know my diet would be very small, and I think I probably my depression would have kicked in again because I didn't have any foods to eat and I didn't know where to turn to. So it would look very different than it looks today, for sure.
And so if you were going to tell somebody else who was interested in the program about, what your outcome would be like, to describe it to them and say, this is I'm going to edit that bit because I couldn't say it properly.
Well,
I was saying, how would you describe your outcome to someone else who's thinking of getting help?
Right now, I feel like I can see the path I need to go down. I have clear set things I need to do to get there, and I know I'm going to get there. I feel positive about my future. I know I'm going to get there. I know what I have to do to get there. There's no gray area. I am completely confident that I can get healthy and I'm going to be happy. So that's the outcome that I have now. And I know that everyone else could experience that too.
Yeah. Yeah, that's great. And so out of 10, what would you rate the program?
Oh, for sure 10.
Yeah.
Yes, 10 out of 10. As my kids would say, they would say 100 out of 10. That's how they always get their ratings. This doesn't make sense, but yeah, it's great.
That's good. And is there anything else you want to mention to anyone who might be watching, who's thinking about jumping in and not sure?
Yes. So the comment when I talk to other people, they ask me how I'm getting healthy and what I'm doing. Their comment is always, how do you find time for that? And I just want to tell anybody else out there that is questioning that same thing, that you will make time. If it's important to you, you can make time. Your kids don't have to do all the sporting events. It's only for a little bit. It's okay if they do a few chores. Like that's okay. You'll find time, and it's totally worth the investment for your health. I mean, it will change how your life will turn out. So I work full time, so I just want to encourage other people. If you're also working and don't know how you can find time, there is a way. There is a way. If you have to talk to your boss and say, hey, I might have to decrease my hours a little bit for a couple months, do it. Totally do it. That's my advice. It's possible. I've done it. You can do it too.
That's great. Thanks, Jamie. So lovely to see how well you're doing now. So I'm always
Thank you
really
so much.
excited when I get people who, you know, have shown such amazing results and want to let everybody know about it as well. It's great.
Yeah, I don't know what I would do without you. I'm in a small town, so we don't have providers that have the knowledge that you have. So it's been a really big blessing.
Thanks very much. All right, I'll stop recording.